Hey everyone, Larry Chen here. I am super excited because we are in the United Kingdom. We're at Toyota UK, where I'm actually picking up my new car, or at least watching it get built. The GR Corolla is something that's near and dear to my heart. It's something that we were a part of in terms of the launch worldwide, and I even teased this car very early on. They gave me a bunch of stickers and I incorporated it into my content. Being able to get a GR Corolla has been a dream of mine, to be able to drive one, to build it out, but getting a chance to watch it get built is the next level. Like, this is so cool. So for those of you who don't know, GR Corollas going forward will be built in the UK for the US market. So they're still going to be built in Japan as well as the GR Yaris, but the ones that we'll get in the US will be from this plant. And they've pretty much mirrored everything that they've done at Motomachi at the GR factory. Everything is the same process. We're here to check that out and really see them be so hands-on and be so precise with every single one of these cars. So the very car that you see behind me, this red one, is my car. That's the one I'm going to take delivery in the US, and we'll build it going forward. Unfortunately for me, on Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2025, Toyota picked up my GR86 project car that I built for the 2022 SEMA show, that I used for time attack, that I used for drifting, and they crushed it. Because this is often the case with these SEMA and pre-production vehicles. My car didn't actually have a VIN number, so I knew that I would be able to use it for a couple years to promote the platform, to enjoy the car. I've pushed it at so many different tracks. I had the best time with it, and unfortunately, it's in car heaven right now, but I'm going to replace it with the GR Corolla. Earlier in the year, we had a chance to go to the GR factory in Aichi at the Motomachi Plant, and that's where they build the GR Yaris, the Morizo RR, as well as the GR Corolla. I knew I wanted to buy a GR Corolla, so I pitched to Toyota a fun story. I asked them, how cool would it be if I actually followed my car down the assembly line and watched it get built from raw pieces of metal all the way to a running and driving car? They said, yes, that's a great idea, but they're moving all of the US and North America GR Corolla's production to the UK. And the reason why they're doing that is because Japan has reached capacity. It's interesting because I talked to some of the folks at GR, and they said in so many words that they underestimated how popular these cars would be. And Japan building one car every 10 minutes with all of the processes being as high level as possible, they just can't keep up. There's just no way they can build that many cars because they're serving pretty much the rest of the world market, as well as Australia and Japan, all the Southeast Asia regions from the Motomachi plant. With that said, they looked around all the plants all around the world that build Toyota vehicles, and they realized that the UK plant in Burniston, Derbyshire, has been building the Corolla for many years, since 1992, and they've built well over 5 million vehicles for the entire European market. They already stamp the body panels for the regular Corolla hatchback, so they just have to do some slight modifications to those panels in order for them to become GR Corolla panels. So what they've done is they've moved the entire assembly line over to the UK, including every single process and then some. They actually did update some of the processes from what they even do at Motomachi to future-proof themselves for future vehicles. By now, we've been to so many different Toyota plants, so I kind of had an idea of what to expect, but this one was just that much more different than every other plant that we've been to. One thing I have to really say that surprised me so much was the fact that they were so open with all of the processes that they use to build these vehicles. Now we've seen Toyota trucks get built in Japan as well as the US, and we had a chance to see the GR factory in person, but we were so limited in terms of what we can film because so many of the processes, they really keep close and they just don't want other people to find out what they do. But for whatever reason, in the UK, we were able to film everything and we were able to ask the engineers and the craftsmen what they're doing, and we were able to get close and really see so much. This reminds me of a video that I had a chance to see so long ago on Best Motoring when Ken Numura was able to watch the S13 get built on the assembly line. And I don't know how much of it was staged, but he literally got in the car as it was pulling off the line and he went drifting pretty much right in the parking lot right there. And that video resonated with me, and that really inspired me to do all these factory videos.
That is so cool.
This is the station where they actually bond the carbon roof to the vehicle. And you could see right here, this is the next one coming down the line. It's also another red one. But this is the chassis coming from paint. And the first step is to put on the roof, they hand bond it, and then it goes under the heater, and then that way it cures the adhesive. And then this goes down all the way down to the line, as we've seen before at Motomachi, where it gets the doors, it gets the windshield, it gets as much stuff as possible. Then it gets to this part where the whole vehicle is lifted, and then that's where it really reminds me of the GR factory in Japan, where everything critical comes to the chassis versus a normal traditional line where the chassis goes to the certain parts. So we'll see the whole driveline, we'll see the engine, we'll see every single part getting assembled. It's just such a treat. This is the area of the line where they fit on the rear doors. It's already on. They're also gonna do the hatch, and then they're gonna do the front doors and a couple other trim pieces here. On the floor, what was also interesting is that they really take their time with everything because they're just starting to ramp up. On the day of filming, they've just been building the vehicle for 3 weeks. So it was very early in their process still, considering the Motomachi plant has been building the GR Corolla since it was launched. With that said, the process is about double the time. It's 20 minutes per car versus 10 minutes in Japan. That's not to say they can't ramp up and they can't go faster. Right now, because it's so early in the production line, they just want to make sure everything is absolutely 1000% perfect, and they have to double, triple check everything. One process that I was so excited to see that I didn't have a chance to see in Japan was when they were measuring all the stamped parts. For example, the subframe, the control arms, all the suspension components. They measure it and they match it to other suspension components. It's kind of like balancing pistons, but it's with suspension components because there is such a micro degree of variance from one to the other. Just a normal manufacturing. If you measure super accurately with lasers, you can actually match certain suspension components together to have the perfect fit in order for you to have just even less variance in terms of the actual suspension. The subframe and all the components from the subframe are imported from Japan. The controller arm is made in Turkey. What's interesting is around 90% of the parts used for this vehicle are all imported from Japan, which includes the entire driveline, transmission, rear end, engine, the wheels. The only things that are made in the UK are all of the body panels, the chassis, as well as all of the plastics. And as I mentioned before, a lot of this stuff they already made in the UK because they had the regular Corolla. This is also really special because this is the first time a Toyota GR vehicle has been built outside of Japan. I know what your folks are thinking, the GR Supra, yes, it's built in Austria. But I'm talking about a 100% every single part being Toyota built outside of Japan. It's pretty groundbreaking for them to do that. Because it uses 90% of the same parts and it uses the same processes, which was overseen by the Japanese technicians from Motomachi, it is 100% the same car. And to prove that, they had us drive the UK built cars the next day at Brands Hatch. I chose Supersonic Red because unfortunately right now they only had a couple limited colors. They have the black, they have the white, they have the gray, and me being such a visual person, I figured I would choose Supersonic Red, which has the paint code 3U5. I got the performance version with all the options, including the carbon roof, and we had a chance to watch them put my carbon roof on, which was so cool to see the process. It's this thing that I wouldn't say is delicate, but it feels delicate because it's so lightweight, but the way that they put the adhesive on and the way that they clamp it on and bake it on, it's just so cool to see all of that in person. My car showed up already painted and just a bare stripped out chassis. And we did have a chance to see the roof get put on, which was first, all the way down the assembly line to a running driving vehicle. We did have a chance to see a process that we didn't see at Motomachi, which was where they put a lot of the body panels together and also where they store the panels. We went to see the laser cutting, laser welding area, and one of the big differences from the UK plant to the Japan plant is the fact that they cut out a lot of these holes on the whole side of the car with a laser versus using a punch to punch out the holes. This is an effort for them to future-proof for different production methods for future models. It was so cool to see the welding area. It was just so cool to get that access. While we were able to see a lot of that in Japan, we just were not able to film it. A couple other things to note. They're so proud of this line. They really wanted to have the highest skilled workers for this line in particular. So what they did was they pulled off individuals from the normal Corolla line that have had quite a bit of experience. So you can't actually work on the GR Corolla line in the UK unless you have been building cars for a while. It really was a treat for me to follow the car step by step. We watched the doors get put on, we watched all the interior bits get put on, the dash get put in, we watched the windshield get put on and how meticulous they were with the adhesive for that. It was just really cool to see how much they actually cared about each vehicle. And it's such a stark contrast from us watching trucks get built. Not to say that they don't have quality, but when you're pumping out one vehicle per minute, it's crazy. It's like chaos. It's still precise, But the line is designed for something else. It's designed to move a lot of cars or trucks as fast as possible. This is it, the end of the line. I cannot believe I watched my car get built here in the UK. The next time I see this car, it's gonna be in the US when I take delivery of it. But first, I'm gonna hop in for the car's first drive and first startup. Nice, comfy seat. Purrs like a kitten.
You ready?
Yep. Oh, so cool. Bye.
How was that experience?
That was so cool.
Did you enjoy the part where you turn really slowly one way and then slowly the other way as well?
Yeah, that was cool. It's a brand new car. It literally cannot have lower miles on it. It is off of the conveyor belt.
Hey, go stand next to it. Go kiss it. Go kiss your car. Show your car some love. Let it.
My car was built on May 1st, and I'm expecting delivery of this vehicle around the end of July. I'm just excited about this build because while it is replacing my GR86, this is a car that's still very near and dear to my heart. I talk about this more in the next video at the track, but we played such a fun role with launching the GR Corolla. It was only a matter of time before I got my own, and I'm so excited to build this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was a little different, more of a deep dive into the factory and my personal experience with following my car. We've done so many other Toyota factory videos, so make sure you check out all of those. The GX 550 get built, as well as the 3rd gen Tundra, and of course, the Hagerty episode on the GR factory at Motomachi. Thanks again for watching. If you want to support us, head over to camersandcarculture.com. You can pick up my book, Life at Shutter Speed, as well as t-shirts. I have a hat now. I have die cast. Thank you so much, and see you folks in the next video.